Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are in good health and enjoying at your homes and praying for healthy Pakistan as well. Okay, so from today we are starting our e-classes. The first lecture will be on connective tissue. For connective tissue, we will be discussing it under two headings, the components, and the other is the classification. So today we'll discuss the components. For components, we we will discuss under which category they fall and what's their function, right? So in this lecture you will be studying the actual definition of connective tissue, the actual names of the components and their functions. In this slide we can see this is what you have already studied earlier, that basic human tissues are of four types. We have the epithelium, the connective tissue, muscular tissue and the nervous tissue, right? Epithelium is further divided into the covering epithelium and the glandular epithelium and so on. The next comes the connective tissue, right? Muscular tissue, nervous tissue, this we'll do in future classes. A little of it we have already discussed in the gender anatomy classes, right? So let's start with the connective tissue. So how will you define it? It is actually a basic type, or you can say it is one of the basic types of human tissue, which is mesodermal in origin, right? It means it is derived from the mesoderm. It provides structural and metabolic support for other tissues and organs throughout the body. Now here in this definition we can see two terminologies, that it is providing the structural integrity and providing the metabolic functions, right? As far as structure is concerned, it means it is involved in forming the framework of the tissue. So yeah. As far as metabolic support is concerned, by metabolic we mean what? That it is related to nutritional exchange, or we can say the removal of waste products, right? So the structural integrity will be provided by the components which we will discuss in the upcoming slides. The metabolic activity will be provided by the vessels present in the connective tissue. Now these vessels can be blood vessels, these can be lymphatic vessels, right? And this connective tissue can be found anywhere around any organ or any proper tissue of the body, right? The other name for this connective tissue is the supporting tissue, which connects and supports the other tissues of the whole body. Coming over to the components of connective tissue, when we talk about components, it has the cellular component and the extracellular part, which is known as extracellular matrix. Unlike other tissues, other basic tissues, the cellular component is comparatively lesser in quantity as compared to the extracellular matrix, which is more in connective tissue, right? So in connective tissue the cellular component is less, the extracellular matrix is more, which is uh, which is opposite in other basic tissues, right? उसमें cellular component ज़्यादा होगा और extracellular component कम होगा, right? Now in the cellular component we have two categories of cells, resident cells and migrant cells. Now with these names we can say resident means these are those cells which are residing on the same place, जहाँ पे उनका function needed है, they are already there. The migrant cells, as the name suggests, that these are the cells which are actually present somewhere else, but they are coming upon stimulus to the special area where their function is needed. ठीक है, अब इस कैटेगरी में कौन कौन सी एग्जाम्पल्स आएंगी, आई विल डिस्कस इन दी नेक्स्ट कमिंग स्लाइड्स. Then we have the extracellular matrix, उसके अंदर we have the ground substance and the connective tissue fibers. So let's move to the resident cells first. The other name for resident cells is fixed cells, right? Means they are already there, fixed. They are non-motile, means they are not moving from one place to another. They develop and remain within the connective tissue at the same place. The examples, this is important. So the examples of resident cells of connective tissue, we have fibroblasts, we have adipocytes, we have mesenchymal stem cells, right? So this is the examples are important, you mark this thing. Then we have the migrant cells. The migrant cells, they enter the connective tissue from the bloodstream, means these are the, yes, these are the cells which are actually found circulating outside the connective tissue, and upon stimulus, when they are needed, they come to the required site. This category includes macrophages, mast cells, plasma cells, and WBCs or leukocytes, you can say, right? So the resident cells हमने तीन पढ़े हैं, फाइब्रोब्लास्ट, एडिपोसाइट्स एंड mesenchymal stem cells, right? So let's discuss the fibroblast first. It is found in the most abundant percentage, right? Derived from undifferentiated mesenchymal cells, mesenchymal stem cells, ठीक है? दो cells वो अब अगर हमारे फाइब्रोब्लास्ट बॉडी में कम है तो वो ट्रांसफॉर्म हो जाएंगे इनटू फाइब्रोब्लास्ट, राइट? और अगर हमें कोई और वैरायटी ऑफ सेल्स चाहिए होगी तो दे माइट ट्रांसफॉर्म इनटू दैट वैरायटी. सो स्टेम सेल्स का फंक्शन होता है, दीज आर दी प्रीकर्सर सेल्स, right? For fibroblasts, their principal function is to secrete collagen and elastin. Again, an important thing. So for you guys, what you have to memorize is the main categories of cells, then which example falls into which category, and what is the function of each cell. So fibroblast, which is one of the resident cells of the cellular component of connective tissue, and the function is to secrete collagen and elastin. This is the picture of a fibroblast, right? We can see these extensions. It has a central big nucleus with all different cell organelles. Then we have the second example of resident cells, which is adipocytes. The other name for adipocytes is fat cells. It is also derived from mesenchymal stem cells. It is found in groups. ठीक है, ये अकेले अकेले हमें नहीं मिलेंगे. It is found in clumps. Single fat droplet in cytoplasm is, when it is seen, it is termed as unilocular. Uni means one, locule एक इसका सर्कल होता है, एक ड्रॉपलेट होता है. यूनिलॉक्यूलर होगा उसको हम कहेंगे वाइट एडिपोज टिश्यू, and it will appear as a, it will give the appearance of signet ring. Signet ring means single stone वाली ring, राइट? सो अगर हमें साइटोप्लाज्म में एक सिंगल फैट ड्रॉपलेट मिल रहा है, इट विल बी टर्म्ड एज यूनिलॉक्यूलर, एंड इट इज़ यूजुअली द वाइट एडिपोज टाइप. एडिपोज की दो टाइप्स होती हैं, वाइट एडिपोज एंड ब्राउन एडिपोज टिश्यू, राइट? तो वाइट वाला एडिपोज टिश्यू, इट विल अपेयर एज यूनिलॉक्यूलर, which is characteristic of signet ring appearance, and जो multilocular होंगे means जो clump साथ में हमें दिख रहा होगा, that is brown adipose tissue. The function of adipose tissue, adipocytes, is to store lipid and release it whenever it is needed, right? अच्छा, then we have a picture of it. Here we can see this is unilocular single locule, right? It is multilocular, बहुत सारे इसके अंदर हमें ड्रॉपलेट्स दिख रहे हैं, लॉक्यूल्स दिख रहे हैं, ठीक है? signet ring appearance characteristic of white fat cell. दिस इज द सिंगल न्यूक्लियस. यहाँ पे हमारे पास जो है ये फैट की वजह से अगर हम इसकी स्टेनिंग में स्लाइड्स देखेंगे तो बीच में आपको पूरी एम्प्टी स्पेस दिखेगी बिकॉज द fatty content it is dissolved, it fades away, right? या empty space दिखेगी and it gives a single stone ring appearance which is known as signet ring appearance. And this is how the multilocular brown fat cell appear with multiple locules in it, right? See, this is the characteristic signet ring appearance. Single nucleus at the periphery and the whole single empty locule. This is white adipose. Then the third example is mesenchymal stem cells. These are actually not identified easily because because the reason is it transforms into the required cell type. Whenever the fibroblast is needed, it might change into fibroblast. Whenever the adipocyte is needed, it might change into the adipocytes and other cells as well. So now the question is from where the mesenchymal stem cells come. These are derived from embryonal mesenchyme, right? And the function is to give rise to the remaining of the two resident cells, that is fibroblast and adipocytes. This is what we are talking in contrast to the connective tissue only, right? So mesenchymal stem cells का function in this context will be the function to give rise to fibroblasts and adipocytes. Fibroblast का क्या function था? Fibroblast का function था हमारे पास, let's go to the slide first so that we can revise it properly. The function fibroblast to secrete collagen and elastin, right? Derived from mesenchymal stem cells. Then we were discussing adipocytes. Adipocytes derived from mesenchymal stem cells. Function is to store lipid and release it when needed. Then we discussed the mesenchymal stem cells. Mesenchymal stem cells derive from embryonic mesenchyme and give rise to fibroblasts and adipocytes. Now it's better if you start making notes along with the lecture. Take out your notebooks and write this category of cells, cellular component, the resident cells, उसके नीचे ये तीनों नाम लिखो. Fibroblast, adipocyte, mesenchymal stem cells. Fibroblast derived from mesenchymal stem cells. The function is release of collagen, elastin. Then adipocytes derived from mesenchymal stem cells. The function is storage and release of lipids. Then we have the third category, the mesenchymal stem cells derived from embryonic mesenchyme. The function is to give rise to fibroblasts and adipocytes. Right? This is how the mesenchymal stem cells appear, and this is how it will transform into any cell type which is needed. So this chondrocytes and osteoblasts, this is not in context to our lecture today. Here is the picture of adipocytes. Now we come to the migrant cells, which are free cells, right? Fixed cells was the other name for resident cells. Free cells is the other name for migrant cells. Now these migrant cells, from where they originate in bone marrow, and then this keeps circulating in blood. Whenever the stimulus is there, then they reach into the connective tissue. The first example is of macrophages, and this I think all of you know what's the function of it. The other name is histiocytes. These are motile phagocytic cells derived from monocytes of blood. Important. Foreign body giant cell is formed when many macrophages fuse together to form a multinucleated cell, right? एक मैक्रोफेज है, बहुत सारे मैक्रोफेज मिल गए और उन्होंने एक जाइंट सेल बना लिया, उसका नाम हो जाएगा फॉरेन बॉडी जाइंट सेल. सो फॉरेन बॉडी जाइंट सेल इज एक्चुअली अ clump of macrophages. The function of macrophages is phagocytosis. Now what will it phagocytose? It will phagocytose the foreign body or any harmful material. This is how the macrophage appear. It looks like this. This is the nucleus. So it is one of the histological slides showing the foreign body giant cells. ठीक है. Foreign body giant cells, again I repeat, it is the collection of macrophages forming the multinucleated cell. You can see these multiple nuclei around this. Here we have the multiple nuclei around this, and inside of this cell is filled with the foreign bodies, or you can say any cellular debris which has to be you can say degraded. Macrophages के बाद we have mast cells. These mast cells, these are derived from stem cells in bone marrow, and the function is they play role in allergic reactions, especially in immediate hypersensitivity reactions, right? So it is related to the immune system, the allergic system. This is how the mast cell appear, and this is how the antigen and antibody couple to react. The third example under this category is the migrant cells. Is the plasma cells, right? These plasma cells, these are derived from B lymphocytes. The nucleus has a characteristic cartwheel appearance. Important. This is important point, and the function is to produce the immunoglobulins, that especially IgE. Right? So plasma cells derived from B lymphocytes, and the characteristic finding is the cartwheel appearance. Right? So this is how the plasma cell appears. This is the nucleus, this is the whole cell, and this is the actual cartwheel appearance. Cartwheel, all of you have seen the cartwheel in your life once or maybe many times. उसका जो व्हील होता है आपने सबने देखा है, नहीं देखा है तो अभी गूगल कर लेना, right? So this is how it appears, and proper इस तरह से you radiations दिख रही होती है histological slides. Okay. Then we come to leukocytes. Leukocytes, they migrate from bloodstream during inflammation. So they have their function, their role in the inflammation. Leukocytes may we have a different range of cells, including neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, monocytes, lymphocytes, right? These are all white blood cells. So this was all about the cellular component. The resident cells including fibroblasts, adipocytes and mesenchymal stem cells. The migrant cells in which we have macrophages, mast cells, plasma cells. Then we come to the extracellular matrix, in which we will discuss the ground substance and the connective tissue fibers. So in the ground substance we have glycosaminoglycans, the proteoglycans and the glycoproteins, right? Glycosaminoglycans, also known as GAGs, 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 all in capitals, right? So that GAGs means glycosaminoglycans. We have the proteoglycans and the glycoproteins, and in fibers we have the collagen fibers, the reticular fibers and the elastic fibers. The composition of these fibers is usually asked कि collagen fibers में कौन सा collagen type होगा, that is type 1. Reticular fibers में collagen type 3 होता है along with the reticular fibers, and elastic fibers में protein elastin is there, right? Now what you have to do, let's see this picture first and then we'll discuss. This is the picture of connective tissue, right? Here we can see the collagen fibers, the thick and porous collagen fibers, the fine elastin fibers with the fibroblast. ये cells में हमें सिर्फ fibroblast यहाँ पे दिख रहे हैं, right? Now what you have to do is you take out your notebooks, write the heading of components of connective tissue. Under that you make 2 arrows, or you can write in a paragraph from as you like. So make 2 arrows right? The cellular part and the extracellular part. In the cellular part, the resident and migrant cells. In the extracellular part, the ground substance and the fibers, and then the examples of each under these headings with the functions in front. So in this way you will be having a complete note in one page or two pages, and this will be made easier for you people for exams preparation, that you won't be having you won't have to open the books and everything, right? Normally the important things you usually ask from this topic is the names of the cells, to which category they belong, and what is the function. This is it, right? You must know the actual definition because it is usually asked in auspice, and classification is very very important. This we'll discuss in the other lecture. Till then, good luck to all of you. Allah Hafiz.